Hi, I'm Christine Smalley, founder of Visualising, a jewellery designer and educator, and my video tutorials are the result of making jewellery for over 30 years now. I first started making jewellery when I was 8, and for the last 13 years I've been full-time making jewellery and teaching jewellery design under the banner of Etalage. The DVDs that I'm creating today are different to the ones that I made more than 10 years ago, which were available in Australia through Lincraft, Big W, and even at your local library. Today we're going for a less produced and polished tutorial. We're producing them in our studio, so you get a glimpse of behind the scenes as well. They're more regular and you can really pick and choose what you want to learn and what you want to make. So whether you're a DIY crafter, you're a jewellery designer, or you just love to wear jewellery, I think you've come to the right place. Some videos feature step-by-step tutorials, whilst others are a visual feast of inspiration. But either way, you'll take away some amazing tips. And today I'm going to take you through colour, and colour is probably one of the things that my students communicate to me is the most difficult thing to work with when they're creating their pieces. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to use colours in your beaded jewellery designs. Plus it's a really inspirational tutorial on how to make a colourful eclectic necklace, the one which is behind me here, and you'll have the opportunity to see me through practical exercises actually try and come up with really unique colour combinations. So I'll be using a feather, I'll be using this handmade scarf, and I'll be using colour swatches, and that will all lead me towards creating colours and understanding colour relationships. The tutorial will also teach you how to develop a colour eye, and also glean colour inspiration from everyday life, to work with colour and combine colours as opposed to matching colours, and also to give you the confidence to use colour in everyday life, so in all your creative pursuits, so in decorating your home, and even the daily decisions that you make in regards to your fashion choices. So I think that creating colour palettes, hopefully by the end of this tutorial, will be much easier, that I've given you some confidence that you can build on, and by showing you how to use colour in a more practical way, so actually showing you how to make a necklace on a bead board, which helps me to actually design the necklace. And whether you're in Sydney or Melbourne, please join us at one of the bead and craft shows. We also have tons of different workshops online at etalage.com for the latest schedule, which are held in our Inner West studio and also in pop-up locations such as galleries. If you're interested in hands party packages or crafternoons, we have themed packages which will be amazing for you and your best friends. Yeah, thanks for finding us and enjoy viewing this tutorial. So you've been making jewellery for a while, and guess what? You're still using the same colour or colours in your jewellery designs. Now here's an opportunity today to discover all of the colours in the colour palette and really be inspired. Choosing and matching colours can be overwhelming for most of us. Without some in-store guidance, for example, when you're choosing paint when you're at a hardware, or choosing beads when you're at a bead store, there's countless opportunities of colours that confront us. And we're selecting colour choices every day in what we wear, in how we decorate our homes, and how we use it in our hobbies, for example, in jewellery design. The main problem most of my students will say is that huge leap of imagination from seeing something that and then interpreting or visualizing that in our own designs. So often we play it safe, because the fear of getting it wrong is why many of us will stick to using the safe color combinations. Today, however, I'm going to show you 3 ways that color can be inspiring in really different ways. So the first example is that we can actually find color inspiration from nature. And I've brought in a feather. It's a peacock feather. It's really beautiful in color, and it's made up of emerald greens and blues and olives. So that has been my starting point to create my colour board. I've gone to the hardware and I've selected some colours. And from that can inspire us, whether it's in our jewellery making or whether it's in our home decorating or what we wear. The third example is an artwork, and the artwork is pastels with a couple of brights. The combination is a combination that is quite unusual. For example, I wouldn't have put maybe pea green together with aqua, but I'm really attracted to it, so I'm thinking, why not? I'll give it a go. So I've selected some beads, and this is the overall colour combination there. So the rich blues and the green and some pinks with a hint of yellow. A third way that you can get colour inspiration is from your existing wardrobe, and I've actually come across this scarf which has some really beautiful colours in it. Sort of reminds me of the sunset. Really beautiful pinks and oranges and reds. So I've selected some beads. So the pinks and the oranges, the purples and the golds that are in that scarf. So once you've selected all of your beads, it's time to work with colour, and that's something that's actually quite difficult. So I always would use a bead board. So I'll just put it down here in front of me. And a bead board is a board that allows you to lay out your design and plan it and make any alterations before you start stringing. It's marked in inches and centimetres, and it allows you to plan exactly the length that you want your finished piece to be. If you're an étalage customer or you've been to one of our workshops, then you would have received one of our handy cards. It's a ruler, but it also has all of these torsos with different lengths of jewellery, and it's marked in centimetres and inches, and that's a really great indication of where the beads will kind of lay on a torso. So when working with multiple colours, here are a few of my tips. Grab one colour at a time. So I'm working with purple. So I have a collection of different colours, but start with one colour first. I'm laying it on the board, not opposite one another, but on a diagonal. So I'll zigzag down the board with one single colour. I then use my next colour, which is oranges, and do the same thing. A few other points to consider when designing is that you don't want to use all your chunky beads at the back. Consider using all of the bigger beads at the front as features, and at the back use smaller beads. In that way it will keep the weight down and also the cost. Next we have some pink beads. So we'll put our pink beads down, followed by our red beads, and then our brown beads. So if you look horizontally or vertically, you'll notice that there's no clashing of colours. So you'll see different colours as you sweep your eye around the necklace. And we have it made up. It's amazing colours, sunset colours. It's really easy to work with colour, as I've shown you now. I hope I've inspired you to just have a look at life differently and really be inspired by everything that you see, whether it's a photo snap of a recent holiday, whether it's something that you've seen on Pinterest, whether it's a tear out from a magazine, some packaging, nature. It's a great way to be inspired to create some colour combinations. So just remember that you don't have to work in one colour, but if you do work in one colour, maybe for example blue, just not work in one hue, but use a combination of blues, and use a combination of different types of beads like this necklace, so you have a lot of different textures going on. You can also add black or white to your favourite colour, or even add a metallic, for example, gold, bronze, silver or gunmetal. Hope I've inspired you. Thanks so much.